And now here is Sir Bufton Tufton with this week's charity appeal.
Good evening. Bufton Tufton here. Tonight I'm going to speak to you about a group of people who, despite being forgotten by society, still need your help. Although small in number, they suffer from a debilitating disease which has left them unable to work and therefore in extremely dire financial circumstances. They are known in medical terminology as MLAs. Over the years, as many of you know, the MLA condition has been the subject of some controversy. In fact, there has been some query as to whether it exists as a notifiable condition or not. Some have even referred to the MLA syndrome as money for lying around, and have described sufferers as malingerers and sponges. But seeing those who suffer from it buying their umpteenth gin and tonic in expensive wine bars in Belfast has left me in no doubt they are suffering from a condition of truly debilitating proportions. MLA stands for Moribund Legislative Affliction and affects 1 in 100 of our population in one way or another. It prevents sufferers from working and guarantees them large salaries and plenty of perks for doing nothing. Even worse, sufferers often have to go away on fact-finding trips to places like South Africa or the Bahamas, eat large subsidized lunches, and sit about doing nothing for years whilst being paid for it. Not a position most of us would envy. And this horrifying scenario by the fact that they have to take a cut in their salaries to as little as $20,000 per year, although this can be made up a little through allowances and mileage claims. Surely something that none of us should have to face. But I am here to tell you of some of the heart-rending stories behind this appalling affliction. Some of the names have been changed to protect sufferers. Some of you will undoubtedly be familiar with the well-publicized cases of Sammy, who was so poor that he couldn't even afford to buy clothes for himself. But there are others too. Take Gregory, not his real name, who is now so poor that he's forced to dress like a seedy nightclub impresario down to the patent leather shoes, and has even been forced to take a second job as an MP in Westminster to support his lifestyle. How degrading is that? Or another sufferer, let's call him Jerry, might be forced to sell his luxury second home in Donegal in an attempt to make ends meet. Or Martin. Once again, the names have been changed to protect the vulnerable, who may have to go back to registering as an unemployed barman. Some, such as Barbara, have had to go overseas to Europe in order to supplement their income in Brussels. The list is endless. And of course, it's not only those who suffer directly from the affliction, it's their families and loved ones, some of whom have been employed as secretaries and political researchers. They also have to find themselves thrown on the scrap heap because of MLA. If the plight of these unfortunates has brought a lump to your throat, then it's time to do something about it. Just send me whatever you can in used £100 notes, other currencies acceptable, particularly euros, in a plain brown envelope. Send it to me, Sir Bufton Tufton, care of Dissident Republicans Limited, behind the third radiator along Main Corridor, Governor Bidlard's, Stormont. Mark your envelope Slush Fund, and make it cash only, please, as it's difficult to cash British cheques in Honduras. For this, your MLA will write to you and send you a postcard from some exotic location where he or she is holidaying and promises to raise a glass of subsidised champagne to your health every other Thursday. And a big thank you from your MLA. The government, we never put a healthy MLA down.
Sir Bufton Tufton was appealing on behalf of MLAs. For those of you who missed it, the address can be found either in the phone book or website under conmen or conmen.com.